Welcome back, guys, to The Hassle of Hair, episode 64. Today's guest, for a third time, Nashi Ramirez, tattoo artist out of Los Baños, California, of Nasty Tattoos, and fighter out of Strike Fitness in Los Baños, California. She is a mental health advocate. She deals with schizophrenia, but she still managed to be a very, very, very aspiring person. Tattoo artist and fighter, guys. Nashi has become part of her family and is just growing. It's awesome. It's awesome to see her grow, guys. Before we start the episode, go and follow our sponsors, La Gloria Panderia, 1978. Order the Tres Leches cake, my favorite. And our new sponsor, Rough Riders Barbecue. Much more content coming from them soon. And you guys subscribe to us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to all our podcast platforms, give us a like, follow us on The Hassle of Hair on Instagram, follow me at Jesse the Hassle Diaz, and my wife at Don't Hassle Me. You guys, thank you for listening. Enjoy the episode. I love you guys. Have a great week.
Just cut it out with the choo-choo lady.
No, but
right?
Nash, how's it? You just recently got your own room in the tattoo shop.
Yeah, I got my own room now, which is really, really cool. Because I was sharing a station with one of the other artists and everything, and what's considered, I guess, the nomad station, where it's like, guest spotters or like other apprentices would be. And I finally got like my own space, where I could paint it and everything. I can make it comfortable and shit like that. Yeah. And so it's really cool to finally have a spot after being there for 3 years. So I'm excited for it.
That's good. Dope. Did you finish it already?
Huh?
Did you finish it?
I have the majority of it painted and everything like that, but I have a mural idea I want to do on the wall.
Oh,
it's just I need to get it on paper first, and then I can go ahead and put it on the fucking wall.
So you need a projector.
Yeah.
To project it onto the wall, and then you could
and then do it there.
Paint it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy to see you grow.
Yeah.
Like when you first came on, you were like barely starting to be you were an artist, but you were barely. I feel like you weren't as how do you say it? Comfortable or confident?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're a lot more confident now.
Working on it. It's all a work in progress.
Yeah.
So especially something like art that feels very personal and everything like that. It's like it takes a while to build that confidence and everything. So because people can tell you, oh no, you're good, you're fine, you're a good artist and like that, but you won't believe it. You won't believe it until you feel like you're there.
Yeah.
I feel like that every time I do like hair or makeup.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, is it good? Don't just lie to me because I'm your sister or because I'm your sister-in-law or something.
Yeah, because you don't want
it good?
Yeah,
don't lie to me. If it's bad, you better tell me.
Yeah, no, right? Because you're trusting them to give you their opinion that no, this is a good piece of work that you did here and everything. You don't want just fucking the pity kind of like, oh no, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, honey, you did good. You don't want that shit because it's like, don't talk down to me. I'm trying to build a profession here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's nice to feel like I have I can walk in tattoos and not be afraid of it anymore. So it's really nice. So
I feel like. What is it called? Constructive criticism?
Yeah, constructive criticism.
I love it. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone come up to me and tell me what I'm doing wrong in the podcast. Not just come up to me and say, hey, you're doing this shit wrong.
Yeah.
And not...
Just in general, like, oh, that whole thing is wrong.
Yeah,
but they try to help you with it. Yeah. Try to give you criticism to say, like, okay, no, this is what, you have a good foundation here, but this is what you can work on in order to improve it. Because a lot of times we don't see that in ourselves and anything when we're creating something. We don't see, what we could do better. Kind of like in the gym and everything like that. We might be fighting and everything, like thinking that we're doing our best, but coach can see something from the outside that we can't when we're going, Yeah. And so it's kind of nice to have that same information, not the same information, but same approach in artwork too, whether it be your podcast or hair or like tattooing or whatever. It's nice to have that outside, the outside input. As long as it's not fucking rude, in which case,
Who are your inspirations as artist-wise?
Artists?
Yeah.
The guys at the shop, in all honesty. Pete's a big inspiration. I love his professionalism and everything. I love how professional he is. I love his quality of work and everything, how easy everything heals, and just his whole approach to clients and everything. I feel like it's something I want to incorporate into my own kind of profession, Same with like Michael Guerrero. He's another inspiration of mine and everything. He was a really cool artist at the shop and everything. I look up to him kind of like a big brother. And same thing, his approach and everything, the way he heals, the way his roses are fucking beautiful, and I want my roses like that too. And so it's like I take inspiration from the people who pass through the shop and everything.
You don't have like artists.
I mean,
that you like? Do you know of any artists that you like?
Any artists?
Like legit
I don't really
artists.
look at like art stuff.
No,
like that.
I have different artists who I look up to and everything, and like just like the online communities and everything like that, where I see something that they do, like a fan art or something like that, and I see, oh no, look at the way that they have the emotion going through here. Look at the inspiration they have here. This is how they do their anatomy. This is how they set up their comics and everything. And I want to incorporate that, but I actually get a lot of my own inspiration for like my comics and everything out of tattooing. Like the things like the pepper shading and shit like that. I pull a lot of inspiration from that. And I try to incorporate that into when I'm working in traditional mediums like India ink.
So because I've been like into art lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if it's called art. But have you seen the stuff that I've been posting, like the flashing lights or the illusions?
Yeah, that's all art too. It's like a mixed medium kind of thing, Yeah, it's just fucking sick,
That's not my kind of art.
But
it's sick though. It's okay. It's not everybody's.
I feel like he only looks at that stuff when he's high.
Yeah.
But
it's trippy though.
But I don't though. That's I feel like when I post that stuff, people are like, "Oh, Jesse's high."
Yeah, no.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is because when you have something like that, and you have movement in there too. Now you have movement in there. You have different colors in there. You have patterns. And especially if you're listening to music while you're doing it and everything like that, you have all that coming together to make something that's not just a PNG file that's just sitting there flat. It's something more immersive.
Yeah.
So that gives you more to look at.
But I told Nashi sometimes I do smoke and I try to find different artists. I found this one old guy.
Yeah.
That he lives in Brazil and he just does.
You mean this older gentleman?
Older gentleman.
This old guy.
Political correctness. Right. You gotta have that.
But he does dominatrix paintings.
Hell yeah, it's sick.
I haven't seen that. You haven't showed it to me.
I don't know. I feel like that's something.
That'd be really cool
I can
though.
only show Nashi.
That'd be really cool.
Well, it's because the Nashi. I showed Nashi. Oh no, I didn't even show you.
No, you didn't show me that shit. You told me about it. You didn't show me though.
So it's there's one picture where he's legit, where he has guys, like one guy's in a pot, a boiling pot.
Oh no, you showed me that. I think you showed me one of them. I think you showed me one of them. I remember that.
He's like in the pot like this. Like and then the other ones like are all tied up and the women are beating them. And it's a trippy, like, I'm not into that stuff. I'm like more into like, okay, how did that guy think of that? Like how did that guy think of that? Like where did it come from? Like obviously he has to like have that fetish, and obviously
obviously
it doesn't have to be a fetish. He could just do it for people that like it.
Every single one of his pictures.
Oh no! See that now that's if it's every single one though. every single one. What?
It's dominatrix. There's one where the girl has it's just the dude and his legs are tied up behind his head, and she's like beating the shit out of him with something like a whip. Or there's one where the girl's riding the guy like a horse.
And you were over here telling me about 50 Shades of Grey, and you're over here looking at this dominatrix shit of this guy getting beat with his legs tied behind his head. Like, what the fuck?
No, but I'm more into like how did they
where it came out.
Do you want to know how he got his leg over his head? Is that what you're into?
Like how he thought of it.
Yeah.
He probably watched stuff, or he's probably like, man, I wonder if you put this guy in this position, I wonder what that's going to look like.
Probably, yeah, in all honesty. Or what happens also is like when you're doing like figure drawing and shit like that, sometimes you just draw like a figure and you're looking at it and go like, that's mildly sexual, and you start building on it and everything. Or it's like, it happens.
Do you have a book that...
Hold on. That's like that show we watched that's on Netflix where she's a dominatrix. And then her friend is gay.
Ooh!
And she takes him to the thing.
Oh, him? No, I don't know.
And then the guy wanted him to pee on him. Remember?
No, never mind.
Yes.
No, never mind.
I mean, you don't see it, but
the guy's like, he's like, pee on me.
Yeah.
And like, I'll pay extra. It's a trip.
And then her friend ended up being like her little sidekick to do shit as well.
Okay, that's cool then. That's fine.
No,
what is it called?
I forgot what it's called, but...
We watched it.
That's fine. That's okay.
But I'm like super curious. Like,
yeah.
I think I'm super curious on like why people think of that. Because,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's weird, but like I don't really have fetishes.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how my... I mean, obviously she knows.
She's just looking at you.
I know you like to get slapped.
Oh, no. Hell no. No. Okay, so
Just leave it at that. Okay. Just leave it at that.
So what happened was like, so one time we were doing it.
Goes further into detail.
So one time we were doing it, and I don't know. Out of nowhere, she just
poor
slapped.
Nashi.
She just
slaps.
Yeah.
You better say it right. You better say it right.
What happened?
Oh, no. We were both drunk.
Yeah.
And something was going on, and then you're okay. Now slap me. Yeah.
But like, I'm super curious on like why like certain guys are like into crazy shit. Because if you go on like X videos and like or like porn websites, there's so much shit that you would even think of.
Oh yeah. You know what
I mean?
But that's like, I lost my train of thought. Go on, keep talking.
No,
porn.
No, porn.
It wasn't porn. It wasn't porn. It wasn't porn.
Oh, no.
It was something else.
No, but like, yeah, because like you look it up, it's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like right when COVID happened, I don't know why, but I was like, I looked up COVID and it popped up. There was already people making porn of COVID.
Oh yeah, definitely. The whole like doctor fetish kind of thing that people have and everything.
Crazy.
Fucking fuck that shit. I don't
know.
Like
we were talking about art and then
is about the armpit thing.
Ooh.
With the person messaging me,
oh,
like, yeah, send me some more armpits. The hairier, the better.
That's
I'm like,
fucking weird.
What? I don't know.
How much are they paying?
OnlyFans, Nash, do it. OnlyFans,
I guess.
If you pay Nashi for armpit pics, she might take the money.
Oh yeah. Oh, you don't even have my mic.
She's like, I am.
No, but it's. I was watching Frida. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I was going into this, not about porn. I didn't talk about art to get into porn.
No, yeah, no.
But I was.
No, you were talking about dominatrix shit.
Yeah.
I was watching Frida.
Yeah.
And you just see the way she lived. Mm-hmm. It's just different.
Yeah.
Like, do you consider yourself an artist?
Now I do. I feel like I've worked enough to this point where I feel comfortable calling myself an artist and everything. I don't want to be fucking pompous about it or shit like that, but it's like I do have a head where it likes to do things and make things and everything like that. I feel like you need that to be an artist, you know?
Yeah.
I worked hard to learn all that I know and to practice what I do and everything like that to call myself an artist.
Do you know? Oh, sorry.
That's okay, it's fine. I'm just kidding. I want to call myself an artist.
Yeah. Well, you did it by tattooing it on your
head. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, she didn't tattoo it on herself.
No.
Someone tattooed it for her.
You're like this.
It's all backwards.
Right. Although I love drawing like lettering like that to make it backwards so it looks wrong when you read it like up front, but you put it in a mirror and it's read right. I love doing shit like that. It's fun.
Do you know how Frida like basically started drawing?
I think she got in an accident, right?
Yeah.
She was in a bus accident or something. Yeah, I saw that. I watched a movie about it too and everything. It was a while ago, fucking during Spanish class and everything, but it was a really cool movie. Yeah. So yeah, she had like mirror and shit like that, drawing self-portraits and shit, which is really cool.
It's nuts because like she was already weird. Like I don't want to say weird. She was already different, right? Mm-hmm. And then she got in the accident and she just had time.
Yeah.
To just express herself.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen it before?
Are you talking about the Salma Hayek one?
Salma Hayek.
No. That's the only reason why he was like drawn to it because it's Salma Hayek.
Oh, no.
Oh. Did you see tits?
Yes.
Okay then.
Titties.
Okay then.
I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna complain about that.
Yeah. Did you see tits? Yes. Then he's done.
But she was like in a cast, full body cast, and then so her parents, I think she was able to draw, her legs or something like that. She was able to draw still.
Yeah.
But so her parents just brought her a sketchbook, and then she had the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the dude that if you look at the old pictures of actual Frida and her husband, I forgot his name. Mm-hmm. That dude was straight ugly.
Oh my god.
That dude was crazy. Like I was like,
wait, wasn't she lesbian though?
I think she was bi at least.
She was bi.
Yeah.
She was fluid.
Bi. Yeah.
Fluid. Is that what it's called? Fluid?
No, that's different.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't know my.
No.
He doesn't know his terms.
Oh, I'm very well versed in them.
Okay. I don't know. What's fluid?
You mean like gender fluid?
Yeah.
Gender fluid is when you don't your gender identity doesn't adhere to one specific side or the other. Where it can go between presenting masculine or feminine or mix of both of them. Neither of them. It's just kind of it goes all the way around. Yeah. And doesn't it all depends on the person. So
you don't have like any painting artist inspirations? Sorry, Nash.
No.
I've been in a trip of.
No,
He's still high, guys.
I mean, I don't have any off the top of my head or anything like that. I don't particularly look at painting because I'm not a painter. I don't really paint. You know, I'll dabble in it, but it's not what I aspire to.
You're about to be when you do your mural. On
Hell
your
yeah,
wall.
I'm gonna have to. You know? But for that, I have a whole bunch of ideas too. I want to kind of more apply it, kind of like ink. So I think it's gonna be cool ideas for it.
But I love who's the guy that did the pop art?
Pop art? Which one?
Yeah, in the 80s.
80s.
Andy Warhol?
Yeah, Andy Warhol.
Yeah, his shit.
Like, you think of these people, like, they're the people that stand out over the years, right?
Yeah, there's a reason why their names are known.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's because they show the world the way that they see it, and the way they see it's non-conventional. And so a lot of times you get artists out there who they have non-conventional thought and everything like that, and like they see the world differently, but they choose not to act on it because it's not what other people are expecting out of them. You know, you get those people who are like strictly traditional as far as, you know, what they want to present in artwork and everything, as far as, you know, the anatomy and everything goes, or, you know, realism and everything. Those people who adhere very strictly to it, but then you also get the other people and everything who want to step out of that comfort zone.
What's that artist? Banksy?
I don't think I know that one.
Banksy? Banksy's the...
Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Banksy.
He's
the one that does like the spray...
The spray paint?
The spray paint on the walls.
He sold something and then like, I don't know how much they paid for it, and then it went through like a shredder.
I don't think I know it. No. I need to check it out. I want to learn how to spray paint though. I want to fucking spray paint a van. Eventually when I get my van, I'm going to spray paint the fuck out of it. It's going to be a learning experience.
But...
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's my fault.
That's what I'm saying is like, you don't actually see a great artist until they're dead, right?
You're going to have a van like Onward. Sorry, I had to say it.
Yeah, that's the goal. I want a van like Onward. He fucking lives in his fucking van. I want that shit.
Unicorn on
the side. Yeah, why not?
That'd be dope.
Just be like lesbian on the side. Just a unicorn. Hell yeah.
Just put I'm lesbian.
Yeah, right. There you go. Maybe I'll
That's your license plate. That's what your license plate is going to say.
It's like a sticker.
It's not going to say lesbian. It's going to say let's be honest.
There you go, right?
There
you won't have to kick any guys for trying to make out with you.
Or making out with you.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't see artists that are great a great artist. They're not like recognized until after they're dead. Huh?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, which
sucks.
Think
people
Normal.
think they're crazy.
Yeah, it's either that we're crazy or that, you know, for example, like people, they don't want to buy the art. People don't want to buy the art. They don't support it or anything like that. And so artists too, it happens also to a musician and everything like that, Linda Perhacs and everything in the 60s and everything, really, you know, beautiful voice and everything like that, beautiful music and everything. She didn't get recognition that she, I think, deserved at that time period, right? When she had released her first album.
Do you know
and
her?
so she went back.
Nope.
No, so
I'm
she
just
went
saying,
back.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
So she went back to being a dental assistant and she didn't get anything, you know, for like the next like 30 years. And then she just recently opened up another album and everything like that, released an album. And it's fucking beautiful still, but she should have gotten that recognition when she was younger, when she first came out. People, they didn't want to listen to her though. So
whose fault do you think that is? The people or the person that's giving up?
No, I think it's the people around them and everything.
Maybe it's the time she comes out.
Yeah,
like the time she came out with her music.
Yeah, because at that time period, it's also very heavily saturated with other musicians and everything like that, and so they didn't really give her the time of day, you know.
Because say like she would have came out like months or earlier or months later.
Yeah,
it could have been different still.
Yeah, but the point is that she didn't get recognition and everything until she was like an older woman in her like 70s or 80s, you know.
God damn.
Yeah, right. Some shit like that. Yeah, you know.
That's why I don't know. Doing this whole podcast and like doing everything, I think I'm being more comfortable. Like being around people like you. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's okay for
the whole shit from earlier.
Yeah, it's okay for me to think the way I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Before, like, because I work when I picked you up from work, I was telling you how I used to let people tell me how to be, you know, and having people around like you, it made me realize, I could think however I want.
Hey, be fucking shameless with it. Be shameless with creativity, you know. So there's nothing wrong with letting your head kind of wander, you know. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Fine.
It's all limitless potential.
As long as it comes back.
I mean, yeah. Can't always bring it back, but it's limitless potential when you stop censoring yourself, you know. Yeah. So it's really cool.
And now I could care less about likes, about followers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I just post just to like
For you.
for me.
Yeah. Makes sense.
No, he posts just to post.
Oh. I do that too, though. I do that just because I'm like, shit, I'm fucking bored. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but your stuff's enjoyable. His is not.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know, but yeah.
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 So what's planned? What are your plans for the next coming up months?
Keep going, I guess. Fucking, I want to get an actual comic out. I want to get a good comic out. I'm writing this. I have the plot line I'm working on right now and everything. And so it's just kind of, I recently had like a really exciting moment where I was like, oh fuck, I know how I want to end it and everything. It's now it's a matter of how I know how I want it to start, how it to end, but how long to make it so I can make the middle part, And so that's kind of what I'm trying to work on right now. But I want to hopefully get at least something up, because I feel like I keep releasing these like, pictures and this artwork and everything like that of just like characters just to get shit out there and just fucking, fun. But then it's like there's an actual story I want to tell and everything with these characters.
Does that help you with your mental health though?
Yeah,
you putting it out there?
Yeah, definitely. It's like the one I'm talking about. It's like that tattoo shop one I'm making, right, and everything. And like the little character dude I made, the little imp, he has a lot of my own personality and problems in him and everything. And so I feel like it helps kind of vent it out, So.
Did you read?
I was gonna say something, but you can go on.
Did you read comics when growing up?
Yeah, I read some. Like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I read that one when I was maybe like 13, which I shouldn't be reading when I'm 13, but...
Is it like gory?
Yeah. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Homicidal Maniac. It says it in the name.
Yeah, he's a schizophrenic.
It says it in the name.
It's by I think like Joynan Vasquez and I same guy who made Invader Zim, right? But it's about this like
Invader Zim.
Yeah. But the character
shit.
Johnny and everything, he has schizophrenia too, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of I was drawn to that as a kid and everything because I already had that. And so he's talking to himself and everything. He's talking to these little like these hallucinations he has and everything, like these two like doughboy creature things and a rabbit pinned to a wall, and he's like trying to kill people to feed the wall blood because it keeps the monster trapped inside.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right. And that's the story and everything. There's another part and everything. He dies and he goes to hell and everything. That devil's like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you and everything. Heaven doesn't want him, so he can't fucking die anymore. And so Johnny's just fucking wandering the fucking earth, being tortured and everything like that, trying to feed the fucking monster in the wall.
This is the homicidal one?
Yeah, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So.
And it's an actual. Is it a?
Is it a like? Would it be a series or
it's
is
like
it just
it's like a short one? It's like a little book like that or whatever like that. But I read it when I was a kid, like teenager and everything like that, young teenager. And so for me, I actually got a lot of art inspiration from that too. The kind of the splattery kind of look of it, the really messy kind of look to it, the really kind of edgy, messy look. I love that, and so that's kind of also what I brought into my artwork too. So I didn't even think about that, but apparently that is another kind of inspiration.
Do you want it to be just digital? Would you come to where you would want it to be like printed?
Yeah, definitely. But if I want it to be printed, I want it to do it by hand then. At least I make the initial copy by hand because then there's so much texture that you lose and everything you do it digitally. This is my opinion. Because there's so much I can do in the traditional medium without it. Because that's what I started out first with is traditional medium artwork and everything with like, the color pencil, my favorite. But then also India ink and stuff like that too. But it's like I can't achieve what I want out of digital with that, So that's it. I would want to do it in traditional medium first.
It's crazy because I know you love tattooing.
Yeah.
And like, I can't wait until you actually put your stories out.
Yeah, me too.
Because another person that thinks the same thing I think of you is you're like a good storyteller.
Thank you.
Max, remember Max?
Yeah.
Do you remember that clip I sent you?
Yeah, that little clip. Yeah.
That he was talking about how it's something special that you're able to tell a story and create it.
Hell yeah.
And like
it's sick.
That's you like I can't wait until you start telling your stories.
Yeah.
Because you think about Invader Zim. Like imagine telling your friend, all right, so I thought of this cartoon where it's this little crazy green alien dude and it's a dog that he has with him, right?
Yeah.
Like
is that little plush like a little
Grr.
Okay.
Yeah, Grr.
Yeah.
And it's like you're explaining to your friends like your idea for the cartoon, and you're just like they're just looking at you like, what the fuck,
dude? I have so many fucking stories. I have so many of them. Just because like initially, even as a kid, before drawing or anything, because I didn't get a lot of inspiration for drawing as a kid, I was writing creative stories and everything like that. And at first, that's all I was doing, right? No pictures or nothing. And so I have all these stories in my head. I wanted to get on the paper and everything like that. It's just a matter of getting it there. I have stories about a fucking little rock hopper penguin who's like a mad scientist in his head, but he is just kind of, you know, a little actual penguin, you know, and just and stories like the imp dude.
Do you still have
like,
those though? Do you still have them? Like the ones
I have
you
all my
did?
stories. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I have a bunch of them. The fucking that octopus character dude with the skeleton. I don't know if I told you guys about.
You should just go on once a week and just read every one that you've done. Like, okay, today, guys, we're gonna do this, and then just show it after.
Yeah, it's like I have so many stories I want to get out there. It's just getting them all down, you know. So
what about the octopus? What were we saying about the octopus?
Oh, that one and everything. He's another story I have in my head and everything. So it starts out with a skeleton, right? He's a skeleton. I forgot his name is Bonesley. His name is Bonesley and everything. And he's just this he's a sentient skeleton, right? But he has no bone. He has no muscle. He can't move. So he's just laying there. And I think one day a little fucking octopus comes over. He's like, "Hey, bro, can I live inside your rib cage and everything?" And so okay, cool. So he moves inside the rib cage, right? And he starts acting as a skeleton's muscle system and everything. So they're in a symbiotic relationship where the skeleton now, he has this whole fantasy about being this Disney like heroine in his life and everything like that. He wants to have romance and adventure and go on quests and everything. But he can't move though. And so he uses the octopus and everything like that as his muscle system. And his octopus is just kind of like, I just want to fucking live, man. I just want to move. I just don't want to be in the ocean anymore. Yeah. So he's perfectly fine being this muscular system. And the whole story is about them going on these adventures and everything like that as a sentient skeleton.
So the skeleton, would it be a thought in its head?
Huh? No, the skeleton itself is its character.
How would you show it on? How would you show the skeleton talking on the cartoon?
The octopus tentacles bring down his jaw and make it talk.
Oh dang!
Yeah, because he has no muscles.
But how do you separate their thoughts?
In a comic book, it would be text bubbles that are different and everything. So for like the skeleton, I'll have the text bubbles be open, so they're like the white with the black text on the inside, and then the octopus would be black with the white on the inside. That's how you separate their thoughts, or like the shape of the bubbles and stuff like that. So, or you do like the little thought monologue blocks up there too. So I've done a lot of research into this, but you know, that's how you would separate their thoughts and everything. Who's talking when, who's narrating the story, who's guiding it at whatever point and everything, and carry it through there.
So you are preparing to do your comics.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of them. It's just getting them all on paper the way I want them to. Because I'm also a perfectionist when it comes to detail on certain things. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't like the angle on this, so I'm going to change it. And I don't know how to draw that. So let's go learn how to draw that. And then I do like 3 days trying to fucking learn how to draw that one fucking thing.
That's crazy.
You know, yeah.
Like I try to draw and I just like I sketch it for like 3 minutes and then I'm done. Like I'm not gonna try to do this. And I don't realize that it's the same thing like anything else. You literally have to sit there and practice.
Oh yeah.
Over and over.
Definitely.
Like, have you ever tried to draw shoulders?
Yeah, I draw shoulders a lot.
Drawing shoulders is the hardest part.
I have a character with 4 shoulders. He has 4 shoulders and no arms.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
When he was doing Inktober and he was doing.
Oh fuck your Inktober!
I don't know what was it. It was like pulse,
like an arm kind of thing, something like that.
He traced it. He didn't even
no,
draw.
You don't trace. I mean,
traced.
you can trace, but I'm not a fan of it.
He traced it, and then I drew my SpongeBob, my muscular bulk. There you go, that one.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I drew my muscular SpongeBob. He was like, "Did you trace that?" I go, "No, I didn't." I drew it.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
He traced it.
Drawing shoulders are like. That's fucking
There's a lot
hard.
of anatomy in there because you also think about how the shoulder moves too, the muscle, how much muscle definition you want in there and everything, how much body fat you want in there, how you want the arm position, the hands flexed or not, all this shit you keep in mind. And then you start adding things like, you know, lighting and color and everything like that, and that changes it too. And so it's just a lot of detail in there.
But
for one fucking arm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always thought it was just like, this is how I draw my shoulder. It just goes to the side and then it dips down like a right angle. And I'm like, okay.
No, because then you need to have the traps there. You need to have the traps there. You need to have the deltoid muscle there. You have the bicep, the back of the tricep, and everything like that. You could change it too.
And it's all line work to show the definition, right?
It's all curves and line weight and stuff like that, you know. So like, if I want, then you know. And then when I draw shoulders and anything like that, I'll usually have lighter, like thinner line weight up here along the curve of it. And as I go down through to the deltoid right here where it intersects and everything, I'll make the line weight heavier there to show it's kind of like meeting right there. And then I'll go ahead and carry it out thinner over here and so on and so forth, you know. because the line weight, it really does help artwork and everything like that to not be so flat, especially when you're incorporating things like motion or proportion or, perspective. Line weight has a huge influence on that.
Like, I always thought, because you're saying, like, that's a big influence on it. I always thought it was shading.
They're both.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like when you don't have shading, it's like you're just doing things like in solid black and white, no gray or anything in there. You can't rely on your shading anymore. Now you got to rely only on your lines. Yeah, but you can, of course, do shading, too. And then you have shading with outline work and everything. And then that's a whole nother field of art, too.
Do you separate, when you practice, do you separate everything? Like, okay, today I'm going to work on my shading. Okay, today I'm going to work on my line work.
Yeah, I do.
So it's just like, it's kind of like in
it depends on what I'm working
arts,
on.
Like, you're going to work your teep. You're going to work your kick. You're going to work your punches.
Definitely.
Like, I can't, but then I could see stuff, like I could see the podcast. I could see the audio and stuff. I can see it in my head how I'm going to break it down, how I have to practice and stuff. Martial arts, I got to practice this. When it comes to drawing and something like that, I don't even know where to fucking start.
Yeah, anatomy. Start with anatomy. Like if you're trying to draw a body, that is and everything. But start with like the basic framework of anything you're trying to draw. Start with that and then go through like the basic shapes. So if I'm trying to draw a hand, I break that hand up into its basic shapes and then go ahead and do the details and you do some shading or lighting or whatever like that. But you just got to break it up so it's not so overwhelming anymore.
Just so you know, when you draw a heart, it's not like a heart, okay?
I know that.
It's like, there we go. That's
it's
heart.
not like that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. How do you even come up with that shape? It doesn't even fucking look like it. It's like a pear.
Heart? I think it has to do with something with Valentine's Day, isn't it?
I think it's like when you have like an actual human heart and everything like that.
And then you slice it and then you open it?
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Oh, really?
Probably.
Or you have the different pockets also appear and everything. Like, like when you, I can't fucking, that's not a notebook I can use to draw. But I was going to draw a heart and everything. Where you have the two different pockets up here as far as on the front of the on the front of the organ goes and everything over here and over here. You have the pockets. And then lower down, you have a bit more of that curved pocket and everything like that. I think it's probably like trying to replicate that. But they just kind of really exaggerated.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when they were doing surgeries back in the day, when they started opening the actual body, like they didn't have cameras.
Yeah.
So they would have to draw the anatomy.
They had somebody draw it?
Yeah, they would have somebody, or they would draw it.
Or you have people like Da Vinci and stuff like that who actually find autopsies and corpses and everything like that, and they would take in, the references from that and everything to figure out how the body fucking works, and then you apply that to art too. Like muscle and everything, like muscle and bone and everything, you could figure out how to do that with.
There's a show I watched, it was Alienist.
Yeah.
And they had a guy, and he would go to the crime scenes and like draw it and then take it to the person that was the alienist, and he would like.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what an alienist is though.
It's I think they said it was like a doctor who, I can't think of what it is. Like helped with people with mental health and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so they called them alienist. Alienist? Yeah. Alienist. Instead of like, I guess, mental health. I don't know.
Aliens,
Alienist. I don't know.
I don't think it means aliens.
No.
I think it's like
alienist. Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
But no.
Can you hold my mic for me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So that makes me think about we're not aliens.
No, that.
But then the chip in the head. Oh,
what?
The chip.
Oh gosh.
So what? Then it's like, yeah, how on the top of your mouth and everything, the chip. Is it like that?
She's talking about the chip being inside the top of your roof of your mouth.
Yeah. Is it like that?
So Nashi believes that there's a chip.
No, but there is.
There's a chip. No,
there is.
You believe. I don't believe.
You don't believe it, but stick your finger in your mouth, you'll find it.
Well, I've been looking. It's not there. So
they're not going to let you find it. It's buried up here on top of the mouth. That's why you gag and you stick your fingers in, because you don't want you fucking digging up there.
What? No, but like, okay, I want to know like how you know that you can't. Oh, never mind.
Oh no.
No, but like I'm like when it comes to like old school like surgery, like, it's awesome.
It's trippy.
It's trippy because they didn't know how the body actually looked inside.
Yeah. Hold on, let me read this.
Like it was
an alienist is a psychiatrist who assesses the competence of a defendant in a court of law, I guess to see if they can stand trial. And then, so it's a
But why alien?
alienist. I guess that's what they called them back then, instead of a psychiatrist.
I guess. Sure. This is kind of like false advertisement.
I thought you were going to...
No, that's it. No, I'm just saying.
It's like false advertisement.
But no, the surgery, they like just before they even open the body, like one of the goals, if you could just open the body and see how and draw it out, and see how it is, that was like who could do it first, right? Like who could draw the anatomy of the body, like they didn't realize when they opened the bodies, they didn't realize everybody had the certain organs in their body in this place, in this place, in this place, in this place. Like, it's insane. Now, one of the students had surgery on her heart where she had too many, I guess, valves? Too many valves, many valves, or too many something in there that was there's only 4. Is there 4 valves in the heart? Fuck.
You mean
But she had
the compartments.
Yeah, I think they're valves.
Something like that.
I think she had 5 valves or 5 veins or something where she had to burn it off of her heart because she would be standing still and her heart would go to, like they checked it, it was 200 beats per minute.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
And she'd just be sitting there.
Wow!
And the body would send too much. It would be too much, and because it had that extra valve, and she had to go burn it off. So she had they went through her shoulder. They went through her shoulder and then they went through her groin.
Oh, wow.
Like before they would have to like basically
cut open the chest.
Cut open the chest. Now it's like they know where everything's at. They just send a tube, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me.
It's fucking nuts. Fuck, man.
And it all started off with like people like cutting people open and drawing them.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a roadmap almost in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts, man.
That's crazy.
Fuck
but
that
like that's how we took pictures back in the day, was drawing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like think of all the like. Have you seen that meme that says, now I know why during the Spanish flu there's a bunch of pictures of chubby women naked.
No.
Or chubby women eating naked. Like the portraits. There's all these chubby women like I forgot.
I don't look. Nope.
That all the paintings were these thick women like just laying down, like just relaxing,
just chilling
during the Spanish flu because it's quarantine. Everybody's quarantined.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Yes. Yeah, I get it. Okay, it took me a minute there. I'm like, why are they just? Why? Because my first thought was Renaissance shit and everything, or what's it fucking called? The fucker starts with an R. There's some fucking pretty, like, the artist out there who likes drawing for, like, the chunkier ladies and everything like that.
The Revolution?
No, it starts with an R.
Rembrandt?
I don't know if
Renaissance?
it's him. It's some kind of,
Aristocrats?
No, it's not a genre. It's an artist.
Aristocrats is not with an R.
I know, but
oh my God.
There's some artist out there. I don't fucking remember his name. He starts with an R, though, and he draws, like, really, really pretty portraits of, like, these like, chunkier women and everything like that. That reminds me of that. So I'm just that's my first thought that came to my head, not quarantine.
Are you ever gonna do portraits?
I want to, yeah. It's such a divergence from what I currently do and everything. It's like I need to dedicate a good amount of time to learning it. Yeah. So because it's just kind of like it's realism, and realism it has a lot of you draw what you see, and it's really hard for me because I don't know what I see. Yeah. So I can look at somebody and go like, this is completely normal, and it's not. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's something I want to do.
Pete does portraits, right?
Yeah, Pete's a great portrait artist and everything. He has a lot of experience with that. It's just it's one of those things where there's such nuance in portraits and everything, and it's fucking easy to fuck up a portrait and have to look at it and go like, that's not my grandma, or that's not so and so, because it's all a matter of you draw what you see with it.
And I feel like portraits are the one thing you could fuck up the most.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna notice the most.
Oh yeah, easy. Just like fucking with lettering too and everything. You know how it's supposed to look, and it's if it doesn't look like that, you're like fuck, you fuck it up.
When Nashi was doing my arm, when she was doing my arm, Ricardo, one of the other tattoo artists, was doing someone's neck, and I'm just like, Jesus, I can't imagine just being on someone's neck. And he said that when you laugh, I think people were saying don't laugh or don't Try not to laugh or talk.
Basically, don't even fucking talk.
Yeah, because
you
like,
don't.
it's moving, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So every time you talk, it's moving. Like, like it's vibrating. Blah, blah,
even
blah,
your
blah.
pulse moves it. Your pulse moves it. Your breath moves it.
That's
and everything.
crazy.
Yeah.
When I got I think it was my chest, I felt it like all right here. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it feels weird like that. But that's really cool about tattooing and everything is that that the whole thing becomes aware and everything. Like the whole fucking, anatomy shit that we were talking about, the fucking taking people apart kind of thing. You start noticing, oh, this is connected to that. And that's why I feel it up here,
But
it's
same thing with holding mitts.
Yeah.
Because it's all about moving your body, about learning your body, how to move your body. That's all sports is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot more into it, but part of it is just learning your body and how to move it. And so I'm working with Jose, the bigger guy, and I'm seeing that.
Babe, you don't gotta say it like that. We all know who Jose is.
Jose's the bigger guy that's losing weight. That got under 300, right?
Good job, Jose.
And good job, Jose.
Woo!
Shout out, he listens. He's an avid listener.
Oh, does
big
he?
fan. Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
Jose, you're gonna get weighed today if you're listening. It's been 2 weeks.
Well, he just texted me he can't show up tomorrow.
Oh,
no,
damn it.
No, but he would kick, right?
Yeah.
And when you kick, you're supposed to bring it back, be right back into your stance. But he would kick, and his leg would go up and then come back down, and he would fall backwards. And a lot of the times it's because when you bring that leg back, you're going on your heel.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, why is he doing that, right? And because I kept on telling him, dude, you got to stay in your stance. Stop. I called it happy feet. He would do happy feet. And then I started looking at him, and his knee goes straight. Like it doesn't bend. So when he brings back his leg, it doesn't bend. So his knee locks out. So when it locks out, he loses his balance.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize, okay, when he's walking, it's already locked out.
Yeah.
And then so he had surgery on the knee.
Okay.
And he never really did muscle training on it. So now it just locks out. Me and you and Cal, when we stand, if you look at us, there's a little bit of a bend, right? It's not locked out. Like when I say locked out, it's like this.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's hyperextending.
Yeah.
And so that's when I asked the physical therapist that trains there.
Oh yeah.
Jaden.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you could do this stuff. You could do these kind of workouts. So we had him do it. And man, it's simple workouts, but he was in more pain than he's ever been in. Like,
no, I mean, that's good though, because it's working the muscle and everything, but the pain shit,
So it's kind of cool. Once you start seeing how the body moves or how it starts reacting to like putting a needle into it.
Yeah.
Like you start seeing the body, and like I'm starting to realize like anatomy is like it's super important.
It's cool.
Well, remember with Eva though, at that time she had got hurt at school, but she also had a growth spurt at that time, and she hurt her knee.
Yeah.
So when the doctors measured her, they said that one of her legs is like half of an inch longer than the other side.
Yeah.
Because she had got hurt, but her knee wasn't staying in the place. It kept popping out because there was no cartilage to hold it in there.
Ew.
So when she would walk, it'd pop out and pop back in.
Ew, no.
But it wasn't able to heal because there's nothing there.
Okay, it's not. Okay, and cartilage. I've heard cartilage doesn't actually repair itself like normal.
Like a tissue and stuff, muscle.
Yeah, like my shoulder. That's why they said I would need surgery on it because the cartilage doesn't repair itself.
Well, they wanted her to do exercises, right?
Yeah.
Exercises.
Build muscle around it and everything. Yeah.
It still does it sometimes. Like when she walks, it'll pop out and pop back in.
Oh, it sounds like it hurts. Just the thought of your knee doing that, I'm like, no. Oh, it's the fucking knee shit.
But so what's next? What do you have planned in the next coming
New Year?
How do people? I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Ooh, COVID.
It's like, no. Go and get some holy water.
Dude, seriously, you couldn't sneeze that way? You have to sneeze right here.
Sharing is caring.
Nah, I don't want that kind of care.
Are you taking appointments right now?
Yeah, either walk-ins or appointments and everything like that. Both of them are good right now, but if somebody does want to make an appointment, it's best to come into the shop and leave a deposit. So that guarantees the spot, goes towards a tattoo, and to kind of make sure that you get the time that you want. So
yeah.
Yep.
Do you feel like you're becoming a name in Los Baños as a tattoo artist?
Hopefully. I mean, I'm the fucking, as far as I know, I'm the only active female artist in town. So
active female artist around, right?
In the valley.
We'll do our research and try to
something
find.
like that. I don't fucking know.
Maybe we could find another female artist. That'd be crazy if you're
a
like
tattoo off.
I want to be friends with her. I don't want to fucking compete. I want to be friends with another female artist. I've never met another female tattoo artist other than the apprentice that we have right now at the shop.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That.
You guys have those.
But
it's funny because like you're tattooing me and she just comes over. Oh, that's really cool. That's really.
Yeah, she's very quiet. Yeah, she's very sweet.
They did that too when she was tattooing my leg. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so good."
Yeah, they're really cool.
They're nice.
Did you ever have to do that?
Huh?
Did you ever have to do that?
Yeah, I still do that. I still walk around the shop and I watch what people are doing and everything. So.
But
when she was apprentice, she did everything they're doing.
But when I first met you, like you were doing that.
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah, I was watching. I still watch anything. It's like a lot of the apprenticeship is watching and talking to the artists and the client and everything like that while, they're getting tattooed and everything or being tattooed, Because it's really cool to be able to watch. And if I'm watching like Pete or Ricardo work and everything like that, I can say, hey, what are you doing and everything? I can watch. And now it's like, now I don't even need to ask. Now I can notice what kind of needles they're using, what technique they're using and everything. Yeah. It's like I still have questions sometimes. Like we just got over about a discussion about like the milk wash and shit like that. But so now it's really cool because now I'm almost at the level where I could be discussing it as a fellow artist to them and everything. Where it's like I mentioned something about like, people telling us about like a milk wash, but with green instead of white, right? And I mentioned, well, why can't you put white in there too? And so we're feeding back with each other now, and I thought as far as hey, try this, as artist to artist instead of as an apprentice to a mentor, and it's really cool. But it's like, yeah, exactly everything that they're doing right now in the apprenticeship and everything is what I was doing, when I came to Strike. So. Yeah.
How many people do you think you see daily?
Like as far as like
tattooing.
Tattooing?
Yeah.
You think? Tattooing and piercing?
No, just tattooing.
Today I had 2 clients for tattoos. I was supposed to have 3, but she ended up moving the placement to a location I'm not clear to do yet. And so it's kind of like, okay, so I passed her off to one of the other artists.
What location?
Huh? It was just behind the ear.
Oh, okay.
So if it's everyone ever
no, it's not boobies.
Yeah. No.
Relax. Simmer down.
Titties.
Why?
But no, it's behind the ear though, because behind the ear is a harder location. It's kind of hard because it's stretchy. It's stretchy and it's soft, but it's like it's hard for the artist to get to.
How would you want a piercing there?
Not piercing, tattoo.
No, tattoo.
Oh, a tattoo.
Yeah. I mean, you could get pierced right there if you want to. It'd be like a dermal though. So.
So what areas are you not supposed to be or not? Is it not allowed to? Or
I mean, I can tattoo pretty much anywhere as long as it's on like certain locations, like behind the ear or on the neck or whatever, like that on the face. You need to be somebody who I've tattooed previously or somebody who I'm friends with and everything, because then they know that I haven't had much experience in that area. As far as walk-ins go, I can pretty much catch walk-ins on like arms, legs, hands, fingers, feet.
Yeah.
I've done it on the chest for a walk-in, back of the shoulder, back of the neck. Stuff like that is easier areas for me to get to. I even caught like a couple rib cages and everything. It's easier for me to get to. Is just certain areas like the neck, for example, they're harder. It's just in general, the skin there is not as easy. So,
Nash, you're like seeing you sit here right now and the way you talk about things.
Yeah.
You're so much more confident.
I am a lot more confident.
Not confident, more comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like, I know the fuck I'm talking about now, so it helps. It fucking helps to just not be feeling like I'm fucking talking out of my ass about this shit. So,
It's so cool because I can't wait. Like, I know we're always gonna be teammates. We're always gonna train together.
Yeah.
But I'm so like blown away on how far you got in tattooing.
Tattooing
not
is
just
fun.
fighting. Like, you know what I mean? It's the tattooing that blows me away because like I sat there like, why should I let this girl tattoo me? I barely know her. She's an apprentice. My first tattoo is gonna be by an apprentice. And it was actually my Mickey on my leg. And then it's just seeing you grow. And then all my tattoos are by you. And my last one, the coffee.
The coffee and iced coffee?
Yeah, the coffee with the skeleton.
Is that like a devil and angel kind of thing? Like
it could be, depending on your view of iced coffee.
Depending
on your view of it. You gotta either have heaven with fucking iced coffee or hell with a hot coffee. Which one are you gonna take?
Heaven is probably the hot coffee.
Yeah.
For some reason, iced coffee makes me shit like crazy.
So why does that have to be hell, though? I don't understand.
Hell froze over. That's why.
It's crazy because like when I first met you, you were just doing black.
Yeah, just black line work.
Like not even black line work. Now you went into color and shading and a skeleton and the milk wash.
Hell yeah.
It's super cool, man. Like, I can't wait. We're probably going to interview, like, you a few times.
I'm down.
Yeah.
It's all good. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. This is a short one today.
Yay.
Short. This is pretty long.
Has it been long?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's almost an hour.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for not dropping it yesterday. We got caught up with some things. And follow the podcast at The Hassle of Hair. Show us click that subscribe button. Click that like button. Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. Give us a rating on Spotify. Do whatever you need
Please,
to do.
please,
Like,
please. Oh, that sounds so pathetic.
If we're doing horrible, tell us. I need, I want to know the feedback, right? So let us know what we can do better, what entertains you, and follow Nashi at Nasty Nashi on Instagram.
Nasty.nashi on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Nasty.nashi on Instagram. Follow me at Jesse the Hassle Diaz, and be prepared. Next week we are dropping La Gloria Panderia
On Monday.
the travel show episode 2 on Monday, guys. Be ready, be prepared for that. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe now.
Go follow our other Instagram too. Gloves Off the Mat.
Oh yeah, we dropped Gloves Off the Mat too. All that stuff. I'm gonna say it in the beginning
Yeah.
too. Just remind you guys, Gloves Off the Mat.
Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend. Enjoy. And thank you, Nashi, for coming on. Love you guys. Peace.